COTP, is it a scam or is it the best thing ever? Let's jump straight in on this independent review. So what I'm going to give on this video is a totally independent review, and I'm going to give you 11 red flags that hint and strongly suggest that COTPS is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme, and if you get involved, you are very, very likely to lose your money. That's the best outcome. The worst outcome is that you'll be contributing money to scammers, fraudsters, and illegal criminal activity. So let's have a look at these 11 flags. First of all, on the main website here, the COTPS.net, and they have two websites, we'll go into that a bit later. But on the main website here, they have pictures of their team. We've got Jane Jenny, who's the CEO, Van Fleet, who's the CIO, and Lisa, who's the COO. If we do a simple search, if we look, we right mouse click on Jane Jenny, and we search image with Google Lens, we can see that this actually is a standard stock photo used in multiple locations. So this is not Jane Jenny. Jane Jenny is probably a completely made up name, and this is a standard stock shoot photo. So the hint there is, why are they lying on their main site? That's what criminals do, that's what fraudsters do, they lie to you. And there's a very simple illustration there that Jane Jenny is nothing but a stock photo. We can do the same with Van Fleet. So again, search image with Google Lens, and we come up and we can see the same image on multiple websites. It's just a stock photo they've stolen and put on their website. If this company was legitimate, and they say they've got 160 employees, they would have legitimate photos of their key directors and founders and so on. And then the Lisa picture here, if I go to this Facebook page, you can see here is a picture of Lisa. This was put on Facebook September the 22nd, 2020, so way predates the time for their own website. So 3 photos there which are completely fake. So again, why would you put fake pictures? Because you're lying. Why would you lie? Because the whole thing is a lie. The next red flag is that the CEO was listed as Jane Jenny, but then they have a CEO interview video. And in this video, it's not Jane Jenny. This is someone who calls himself as Darius. So they don't even know who their CEO is. So again, if they don't even know who their CEO is it likely they can really trade and make 3% a day? I think that's highly, highly unlikely. You'll also find that the CEO was previously listed on this news website called euleader.org. This, they said that the COTP exchange was launched at midnight Eastern Time on November the 20th. This is the 25th of November 2021 in press. And on this page here, they say that the current CEO of COTP is someone called Mars Brown. They can't even get a capital letter for Brown, so choose a colour, choose a planet, make up a fictitious name for the CEO just a few months ago, and again, you've got another fake name for the CEO. So they've got 3 people they think are the CEO. And again, Mars Brown has no digital footprint. If you search for Mars Brown and COTPS or crypto OTC trading platform, you won't find any references. For a company with 160 employees, that seems very strange. The third red flag is the actual video with Darius. This video, when you watch it, doesn't actually make any sense in English language. It's just a series of nonsense, highly technical, financial related words, but when you actually listen to it, it clearly doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So they're trying to fool people who are perhaps less educated, thinking, oh wow, there's big words there, this must be true. Absolutely not. That is actually another red flag. Another red flag here, albeit smaller, but it is still a red flag, is that on the website they say they are providing excellent customer service and user experience, and yet on their website there is no contact information available. They don't even list their address or email address, no chat form or anything on their main website. So again, a red flag. You're going to find it very difficult to track them down and actually speak to them, and that's simply because they are criminals and they don't want you to speak to them. The fifth red flag, they say our current team consists of 160 employees. You would think with a company that big and registered in America that they would have some of those employees at least on LinkedIn. But if you do a search on LinkedIn, you will not find a single employee from COTPS. Red flag number 6. This will be a favourite with a lot of promoters of COTP. They will say, but look, we're registered with MSB and fincen.gov. Well, if we actually go to the fincen.gov website, we can put in the MSB registrant ID number and do a search. And indeed, the legal name, Cryptos OTC Trading Platform Limited, does exist. However, the name of the person who's listed as the company owner is Fen Yang. And if you search for Fen Yang with COTP or Crypto OTC Trading, you come to a blank. That person doesn't exist. It's a fake name. Not only that, the street address given is simply a virtual address, a forwarding address. So there is actual no physical company address in America for this company. So this is being used simply as a way to make it look legitimate, but it's not. Red flag number 7, not only are they using a virtual address with a fake name for registration, but you'll also see that fincen.gov actually say on their MSB registrant search, the inclusion of a business on the MSB registrant search webpage is not a recommendation, certificate of legitimacy or endorsement of the business by any government agency. So those people who are promoting COTP on the basis that they're registered with the MSB and it's therefore legitimate, even FinCEN say this is not a certification of legitimacy. So it's a really pointless argument to use MSB registration to prove that they've got a legitimate company, because even FinCEN say that this is not a certification of legitimacy. So can't use that as an argument for legitimacy. Red warning flag number 8. The COTP business fails a very simple logic test, and it's a Ponzi logic test. If COTP really could produce 3% per day, then anyone who had that bot, that technology to do that, they wouldn't offer that for other people. You'd just use it for yourself. Because if you actually look and see what that would generate for you, even with a small initial balance of just $10, if you could get 3% per day and you did that for 60 months, you would actually end up with this amount of money. This is $787 quadrillion. Now, considering there's an estimated less than $1 quadrillion in the entire global monetary supply, this fails the logic test. It is not possible to get 3% per day over the long term. It's not even long term, we're talking 60 months there. So again, red flag number 8, it's just completely illogical. Red flag number 9 is there is actually no physical proof of actual trading. We have lots of people promoting Cryptos OTC trading platforms saying, they're trading arbitrage. But there is absolutely no evidence of this whatsoever. And that would be very easy to provide, and financial auditors would insist on audited accounts to prove those sorts of returns. So again, very simple red flag. There is actually no proof whatsoever they are actually trading. There's numbers on a screen, but that doesn't mean anything. Anyone can put numbers on a screen. Red flag number 10. They say that COTP has been trading since 2019. If we go to Wayback Machine, so web.archive.org, and we type in one of their website addresses, which is cotps.com, we can see if we go back to just last year, June the 12th, just 9 months ago, we can see a web shot here of their website that actually confirms this website was for sale. It wasn't even COTP's own website. It was just a random website that is available for sale. And so the idea that they've been trading since 2019 doesn't make any sense. But even if we look at their other website, which is cotps.net, if you go to whois.com and search up cotps.net, you'll see that this website was registered even more recently on the 2nd of October 2021. So again, those people who say that this company has been trading since 2019, well, that's a lie. Now, my 11th red flag kind of goes back to the 8th red flag, which is the simple logic test, and further re-endorses this, but with a different calculation. Let's say they were legitimately trading since 2019, and perhaps they hadn't registered the domain name, but perhaps what they're telling us that they were trading since 2019 was true. Well, if that was the case, and they started with an initial balance of $10,000, they didn't recruit anyone into their Ponzi scheme. They simply started with their own money at $10,000. Having found something that makes 3% a day, I'm sure they would come up with that money very quickly. And so if we look at that result over 3 years, because that's now 3 years since 2019, and we calculate how much money that is, we can see that it's $137 trillion. So why on earth would they today be asking for people to deposit $9 to join their Ponzi scheme? Because they would be trillionaires if they were legitimately running since 2019. So again, it's all lies, it's a Ponzi scheme. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If, by the way, you do want a legitimate investment program, do check out some of my other YouTube videos. That's not the purpose of this video, by the way, but I know I get a lot of people who say when I reveal a scam, they say, well, what have you got that's legitimate? So if you want to check out some of those, do check out my channel for some of those. But that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to help save you money and to help save you funding criminal activity. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.